How are we all doing? I'm a bit off centre here, aren't I? Let's have a shuffle, maybe that way. Nah, we were already pretty solid, weren't we? Right, next run. Okay, I've decided. I've made some bad decisions, but I've changed a few cards around, and let's just give it a go. Let's sort out my deck list because that's certainly not right. And let's play Game of Magic. Yeah, I tried a few things earlier. I tried some Ragavans. Didn't love it. Didn't hate it. Like, it's clearly a good card, but yeah, I just wasn't quite feeling it. So I've gone for something else. And I know this spell pierce looks garbage, but every time I draw it, it's just so good. So I've just decided I want to draw it more often. So could be completely wrong. Probably is. It's not even could. It almost definitely is completely wrong to run two. But like, you got to test these things out to find out. I tried an Omnath. Didn't love it. Didn't hate it. It's just a solid magic card, but it doesn't really gel to me. So yeah. What am I doing? I'm just updating Stream Decker. Let's go. Right. Update. Hey. How you doing? Why am I so off center? I've got a bit of a lean on, I guess. There we go. I'm playing. Is that up to date? Yeah. I mean, it's fairly stock. It's just testing a few of my own cards, mostly BoP. So, yeah, this is fine. It's better than fine, isn't it? It's turn 4 every day of the week. But yeah, I've tweaked a few sideboard cards, and I've tweaked a few sideboard cards. Ah, yuck! My island's not fancy. It's too late now. Next league, fancy island. Do you know? I was gonna run a Prismatic Ending, and I just thought, well, that's a bit stupid. Like, it's not tutable. And then I thought, well, what if I draw? That's a bit awkward. Yeah, I kind of have to play it, so let's just play it. So yeah, I thought, well, seal's tunable, but also it's a bit more flexible than like Seal of Fire, so I can use it to protect my Tameshi. Obviously, it also has the other text, which is like with Tameshi, you can pick it back up and use it as repeatable bounce. So it has synergy with the deck because you can use it like a spell skite kind of thing, and you can use it as a tempo play. So I think it should be okay. I mean, they don't really have a good pick here, because this is another Tameshi. Hello. Oh wow, that name, Magic in the Making. Oh, I've seen that name. The last version of this deck. It's ridiculously fun. It is crazy. It's so good. I completely agree with that comment. I think if this is the mono black control deck, though, I think this is a really tough matchup for obvious reasons, right? It's just a resource fight. But yeah, I'm watching 3 things right now. I'm watching a stupid Jug Awareness video for school, the Rocket League Major, and you. Awesome. I imagine 2 of the 2 are better than what I'm doing right now. So yeah. So when you say latest version, Magic in the Making, or is that my latest version? Is it... yeah, like, that could cover quite a few things. There's quite a lot of people playing some different stuff out there at the minute. Oh, why is my forest ugly as well? I'm not happy about this. I'm going to have an ugly league with not full arts. That sucks. Oh well. Anyway, if they have a removal spell for this, we now have Wargate for another copy. I think you're just meant to just jam it repeatedly and hope for the best. The 2 Esper Sentinel version. Yeah, I mean, I think Esper Sentinel is solid. With the 2 Grazers, the 2 Sakura-Tribe Elders, I guess. It's pretty solid. Yeah, you see, so I think we can probably Wargate for another Tameshi if this dies. Obviously, they can't counter it because they're playing black. 10th one in 5 months. Are you guys just doing too many drugs? I tried to keep track of what this BoP's done. It helped me cast Sakura-Tribe Elder plus Eladamri's Call. I know to play it at my just yet, but I'm looking forward to it. It's good fun. It's quite hard to sequence properly, but some of these triggers are done for you on Modo, so I imagine that's quite hard in paper. Are they just trying to get some F6 value? If so, you're dead. Oh no, they cracked that to Fatal Pushes live. Okay. Right, well, you're not dead. Unless this draws me an Eladamri's Call, a Cultivator, something like that. So let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you could be dead. Whoops. But we just have to keep jamming Tameshis here. We've only got freaking 1 left. It's a fresh draw. We just kind of have to go for it and hope for the best. Okay, I think what I want to do is... this isn't ideal. I think I'm meant to bounce my own Tameshi here. Yeah, I am. The awkward thing about all of this is that I've got Cabal Coffers, so that's going to add 4, 5 mana. That's only ramping 1 now. Yeah, in practice, that's what I've noticed. Sequencing hurts my head sometimes. Yeah, sequencing is a headache. I could agree with that. Baby Khan is just an absolute filth play. Okay. I lose my stuff, but I have my Tameshi and my land, so I'm okay. Yeah, picking up the cards for this isn't cheap. If like I would be starting from scratch. So what would I have? I'd have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm 1 short. That's really awkward. It's super awkward that we're 1 short. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I really don't like passing. Like they've not played a Thoughtseize for a few turns. And they've kind of... We're just going to lose this, but we're going to lose this Tameshi, I would think. Like they invoked and they fatal pushed like it was all on curve. Oh man, second Coffers is brutal. 10. They've got 9 mana, I think. I don't think we could beat that. I'm saying that. It's a totally garbage. That's nice. Yeah, it's good to have store credit and do something good with it. I've got no paper collection anymore. Last time I played was 2018. And then obviously COVID hit, but yeah, I don't know. I'd love to go to a GP or something, but I'm You don't get too many modern GPs, and even if it was a modern GP, I think I'd like it to be a team event, at which point someone has to be willing to put up with my nonsense. I don't see how we beat this, but we do have... So maybe I should have jammed... No, because I would have had to rip exactly Cultivator or Eladamri's Call. I guess Finale would have let me just value. Okay, right, so there is half a chance here, you know. Really depends what happens with this next one. I can't bounce it now, I have to bounce it on their end step, so if they have something really brutal off of this, I'm kind of just screwed. But we do have everything that we need. Unbelievably. That's why it's a great draw. I think I only have like 2 Otawaras and a Skyclave that would actually get me out of trouble here, so plus call for those cards, I guess. I don't really know what they have in the sideboard that can really screw us. But so this adds, so you tap 2, tap this for 5, go to 3, go to 8. So they've got 9 mana. Another land would be 10, 11, 12. So if they've got, 9 mana for like a, so okay, yeah, they have the 12 mana. Just the 12. So, you know, like, Bolas's Citadel, 12 mana available. Well, it's the life that matters here. I can't imagine this ends well for me. Yeah. I mean, I think the deck's pretty strong, actually. And it's pretty cool to be playing Cabal Coffers and... So why are they not playing anything else? This doesn't make a ton of sense. They could crack another fetch to shuffle again. But they have chosen not to, and I have chosen to try to kill them. I mean, it's a nightmare situation, because if this Tameshi dies, I'm so far behind. And they didn't play whatever was on top. Wow, that's my last Tameshi. It's actually not a bad draw, weirdly. Wow, that felt like F6 to me. It could be happening. It could be happening. Whoops, that was a total misclick. Didn't mean to do that. But it's fine. I think based on the current situation, I should be wargating for land just to get me an extra draw, and then maybe just leaving this Cultivator in play. Or maybe I just wargate for another Cultivator instead. I just feel like... Do we beat them in like a fair game? Probably not, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's great. Let's keep a Cultivator in play. The extra land's great. The Cultivator's pretty down fine. Right. Top tip for mid combo, like trying to get more value out of stuff, is to fire off these calls early. So now, because essentially that Eladamri's Call would be a dead card if we draw the Cultivator naturally, because it's the last one in the deck. So because we're now dug it out, that we've made value, we've got value out of that call. So yeah, that call's good. Also, you shouldn't really put both blooms in the bin at the same time or you open yourself up to hate. But basically, I don't care about that because they're F6 and it's just a bit more efficient on the clicks. That was probably a good spot to Wargate for a land, to be honest, because we've got what am I trying to say? Because we've got the last Cultivator in hand, so yeah, like now. I mean, I'm gonna go Wargate for the last Otawara because it bounces a Cultivator, so that's our like 78th copy of Cultivator if we need it. Let's play a BoP. Because it flies. I guess actually you just play Teferi as well. Should always just throw out Teferi whenever you get the chance. Right. I mean, we're just racing clock now, so I should just shut up and play. But we're not losing from here. But we might as well float all the mana now because we're going to need it for the Tameshi anyway. For the finale anyway. So, yeah. Just going to go bonk bonk. Right, so we have our mana ready for finale. And now we just need to draw it, which we're going to do with this card. Whatever. There's finale, okay. Look how fast we could click. No. Sorry, I'm not really looking at chat at this point. We're just smashing him in the face. Done. Let's have a really big bird. Boom. If you see somebody, this deck, Cultivator is good. I'm such a big fan of this deck. Like, I love it. Yeah, me too. Just yeah, like we fought through Inquisition, Fatal Push, Invoke, and a Karn, and a Pithing Needle. I feel like my tune-in Destiny card. Focus one against Tameshi and Grease Found. Yeah, I haven't really played any Grease Found, but sweet cards. I don't think I want them, and I think I probably want the Ghost Quarter, right? I don't know. It's a pretty horrid matchup because they can have so many things that we care about. You know, like there's all the discard. What does Invoke? How does that read? MTG Invoke. I don't actually know what it's called. Despair. Target opponent. So Leyline turns off Invoke. But that is a card that they could chop. Have a deck built around Omnicult and Villainous Experiences. That's cool. I like it. I'm going to cut 2 BoPs. If I decorate, fight tough games, just keep losing to decorate, which have no. I mean, Leyline of Sanctity stops Necromancer. But in general, like, it's pretty horrid. You could just play some like Tireless Trackers in the side or something like that. I kind of feel like I'm doing this wrong. I'm meant to just be as quick as possible. Like a Seal of Removal bouncing my Tameshi, is that a good line or not? Let's just be quicker. I don't know. I'm not sure we win the long game. I mean, we did then, but they're going to be boarding in all their relics and all their other nonsense. I do love that this is a deck that we get to face. Like, it is a really cool deck. That for some reason isn't shown anywhere. MTG Coffers Control, I guess it's going to be called. Coffers modern deck. I don't know if this is... No, that's not it. I know Spike's been playing it, but what list? We can't keep this hand. And we can keep this, but it's not fantastic. I mean, the hand's going to get picked apart, so we're going to end up keeping it. We're not going to mull aggressively for a 3 of. Let's just have a look at Spike's latest list. Because, I mean, people like to copy his lists. So here we go. No, we don't ever keep a 1-lander. I don't particularly like keeping a 2-lander, if I'm honest, but I'm down to 6 already. Okay, so 6 discard spells, 4 Karn, 4 push. So what's in the sideboard? The playset of Voidwalkers? Wow. I kind of need this to stick around if I want to try and beat Torvax and Voidwalkers. Is it the Golos with the 5-colour cascading cataracts or whatever? Is that how they activate it? I did see a stupid idea. I had nothing to add, so I just stayed away from it. I don't really know what to say about playing Neoform alongside. I just think you're probably mashing 2 bad combo decks together and making both of them worse. I mean, that black deck, I guess, the thing with anything that's sort of like sometimes big mana and sometimes not is that, like, you can flood out on big curving stuff. So the key is always trying to find something that's relevant early-ish and still good late. That wasn't a good thing for us, by the way. The hand is coming together quite nicely, though. Like, they mulled to 6, and then they're on the play, so they're a few cards down straight away off the bat. But I am pretty worried about Voidwalker. Oh, that's gross. So if they activated that, it only adds 2, because that's not a swamp. So they could only... Okay, so they suspend. That's fine. I mean, it's fun, like playing Gristlebrand off the back of all this stuff. Yeah, like great fun, but I don't think it's particularly good. Right, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna play this Tameshi, Teferi, but I'm still not sure. I don't know whether to play Skyclave or Teferi, but I think I want to get rid of this expedition map for a turn. So I think I'm going to play a Teferi. Because if they are stuck on 2 mana, that's quite a big tempo play. And if I draw a land, I can combo kill. Or not kill, but yeah, I can set up. I can Wargate plus Tameshi all in one turn. So Teferi is stopping the Profane Shooter. It's also slowed them down, hopefully, on their mana. Nope, wrong. We would also need to draw a threat, but they have Thoughtseize, so none of that matters now. But also they can turn their map into they can turn map into an Urborg. So next turn they're gonna have 5, 6, 7 mana. Kind of scary. I guess I could Wargate for Ghost Quarter, but Wargate's the right pick here for them. Okay, well that's kind of good. Means I can go get my Lotus Bloom at least. And they kind of need to crack this now for the Urborg, so then I can Ghost Quarter the coffers. I could Wargate for Ghost Quarter, but I don't know if that's good. I really don't know if that's good. Like, What can they do with 7 mana? I mean, obviously they could do a lot with 7 mana, but like, should I be playing around it? Or should I just be trying to kill him? I think probably just try and kill him, right? So, none of what I... Yeah, Wargate for Ghost Quarter makes me 2 cards away from killing them instead of 1. The tutor's not happening. They've got Urborg plus 2 unknowns. So, like, I don't feel dreadful here. It really does depend on what their payoff is. So, like, what does... What costs 7? Well, those cost 8, which I can beat. I have Skyclave for this. Card is just not doing anything at the minute. It's draining and they're drawing cards, but it's not killing me. There's not too much I'm too scared of right this second. Like, next turn there's Archon and Grizzleband, which I am scared of. I mean, sacrifices a creature. If they can't, lose 2 life, and you draw a card. Right. So I'm going to lose 4. I have no idea what most of those things mean, but... Favourite team in the major? Is that American football? Ice hockey? The goddamn Voidwalker, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's Wargate for Lotus Bloom territory. And then I will probably lead on the Teferi bouncing it, because that gives me a draw. And as we know, I'm just trying to jam shit as much as I can. Ooh, mama, I believe that's... Oh, no, it's not lethal. It's close, though. I get 2 draws to try and find a cultivator. Ah, the Rocket League stuff. Cool. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad. Planes, I guess. Right, okay, so we've whiffed. So I'm gonna gun the coffers. And now they have Voidwalker in hand. But I have Skyclave. We could try again. I have to sequence it right, obviously. Oh, they have 6 lands anyway. Lily Downtick would be really bad. Feels a bit like Lily Downtick. Yeah. Yikes. They should play the Voidwalker first, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think we're going to get there now. I think we're behind enough to lose this game. I mean, they're down to 1 card, right? So we can Skyclave this, we can attack this. We're sort of like back to square one, but square one isn't exactly where I want to be. I'd much rather be ahead. And we're just not, right? So... And like it's slightly worse than that because... Yeah, I have more cards in hand, but they're all dead right now. And... Yeah, Voidwalker's like lights out, so you have to have an answer, so... But I'm okay with discarding a card to Lily. That's pretty much the only good news about this. If they draw another Invoke, it's going to give them a clock. It's going to kill my 2 stuff. Right, cool. I think they probably just uptick, right? And then... Oh, they don't, so they like their card in hand. If they pass, they can't cast it this turn. So we keep giving ourselves the possibility of a good draw. Right, let's kill Lily. I probably should have cycled this land before doing this. I think they've got another Lily in hand. That would be my go-to here. Okay. I probably shouldn't have played that land in case we draw Cultivator. Right, so that gives them a ton of mana. So what's that? 6, 7. They have 8 mana this turn. That's enough to do all their really dirty stuff. Fatal Push isn't their dirty stuff though. So, okay. Now I actually think we're ahead again. Because we have the Lotus Bloom. We have 3 redraws. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to bounce this to get a free card. Wow, okay. Let's draw something good. Nope. I'll just tick it up again. I really shouldn't have played the Flooded Strand, or whatever land I played. I shouldn't have played it anyway. Invoke Despair is a really bad card for us. Baby Khan's pretty bad. What else is bad? Voidwalker is still pretty bad. But we can, some of it we can beat. Like Grizzlebrand, Archon, they're terrible. Baby Khan's fairly bad. I mean, we have an answer to it, but it's still fairly bad because they get value. And we can only bounce it. We don't have a permanent answer. So, I don't know. So did they just draw a card off of that? Wow, that's really good. Yeah, I just got to fade all them monster draws. Oh yeah, Lily Uptick would put me in a really awkward spot. Oh, are they clinging again? They should have floated with Cabal Coffers. I'll take the Wargate, fine. This is a little desperate from them. It's a bit short-sighted because, well, okay. But they don't have 5 other cards right this second. I mean, they will do soon. There's that Voidwalker. So we bounce that again, obviously. Ah, come on, deck. Snap. Wee, okay. I should tap that for black. Oh well. Oh, my bad. Oh. Oh, I would have drawn one, but anyway, they scooped, but we did find it. My hand was lands in Teferi, but the Tameshi was kind. Yeah, GG. Love your deck, by the way. Nice opponent. Yeah, we were just getting the draw trigger off Tameshi and then holding up Otawara if we had to. Oh, okay. Nice. Enjoy. Anyway, we were going to kill them. I don't think they should have clinged, though. Would be my only thing. Oh, no, Teferi stops them clinging. I get it. Right, so I thought they shouldn't have used their cling at sorcery speed and saved it for the Lotus Bloom going in the bin, but actually that wasn't really a choice. Also, BoP was pretty fine in that match. It in the first game, the first one ramped me and then died. I think. Maybe. I don't know. It seemed fine though. It's very... I mean, like... These are pretty questionable. These 8 are fairly wild. We 0-2 to that. That is a 2-0 to that, which isn't a good matchup, I don't think. So I'll take it. Yeah, I'd take that. It's pretty good. I'm gonna just like shill a little bit here and just say like, if you like the content, follow, and if you like it a lot, I would very much appreciate any free Twitch primes you might have kicking around. It's not really my purpose of streaming, if I'm honest, but like, I see other streamers advertising in themselves and they have more viewers and they're playing the same deck as me, and it's like, oh, what's going wrong? Something's going wrong. Maybe they're just more entertaining and that's like legit a thing, right? But it also just seems like they're a little bit more active in the world and a bit more willing to push their content, which is not a bad thing, but like, it's not really why I'm here. But I would very much appreciate any follows and any support you can give. Like, that's so cool. And if you just want to watch for free, like, that's also cool. I'm like very much just here to share what I'm enjoying, really, because I figure if I'm enjoying a deck, there's other people out there that will be enjoying it as well. And especially with quite young brews, I really do like getting more eyes on it, because it's really hard to tune a list by yourself. Right, let's see this in its glory. Let's make ourselves look like a control deck for one turn. We're going to go Island Spell Pierce, and then we're going to go get the Triome. Triome? I don't know. Anyhow. Thought sees me, bro. Oh, I think that's Dredge. And this is really good against Thrill, but really bad against Cathartic Reunion. So let's just see which they play, if they're playing Dredge. Let's hope they are. Well, I don't know if I hope they are, because actually Dredge is a really bad matchup. Like, disgustingly bad. Come on. Thrill. Yes, white mana is Thrill. It's also auto mana, so it could just be, yeah, baby. I just bought us at least a turn. But probably at most, it bought us a turn. Ooh, I didn't play a white source, so I guess I'm playing Tameshi. I wasn't gonna. Whoops. Mess that up. Oh, they're gonna Dark Blast. Oh, gross. I enabled them. Super gross. Oh, hardcasting a Thug. Deal. So they're going to Dark Blast their own Thug. Right, so we don't actually have combo here, but we do have a free draw, so let's give it a go. And I'm going to be cycling this land if we don't draw well off this Tameshi. We did not draw well off the Tameshi. I am going to be cycling a land. Yikes. I think there's an argument for... Right, if I attack and they block and the Prize Amalgam goes on top, because it has to, then they can't Dark Blast, but they can just Dredge 4. Whereas if I pass, they can upkeep, Dark Blast. This fucking makes no difference, does it? They might as well have Dark Blast in the bin. Oh, they didn't? That's odd. Well, I'll take one. Yeah, deal. We have 18 turns to find an answer. Prize Amalgam? I take so much damage. Okay, sweet. I don't like how many lands I'm eating through here, so let's just rethink a little. But yeah, I don't love that we're just using all our land drops to draw cards, because we're going to need lands to actually kill someone. But we do need to draw cards, so yeah, I think that's a kill. Oh, I shouldn't have played Teferi. I should not have done that. Three, 6, 9, 12. That's enough. I'm pretty sure. I should have played that Teferi. That was a bit silly. In fact, is this just, like, do I not even need... I could just Finale X10 right here and now. I think so. And that'll be 2 pretty big creatures. Spell Pierce, baby. Just absolutely smashing it. And because it gets +10, the Cultivator sticks around, just in case you were wondering. And that is lethal. Done. Probably shouldn't have played Teferi. But anyway, we did. Right. New sideboard plan for the Dredge Menace. These 2 cards. And I'm going to drop a Portable Hull because it's rubbish. I think I'm going to drop a Skyclave. It's pretty clean. Pretty clean. Don't think there's anything else I really want. So let's... I don't think I need to go up to 3 Spell Pierce, but I guess we could. I'll cut a Stee. I don't know. It's kind of awkward. Like, I would never ever want to draw 2 Spell Pierce. I don't know yet. It's like the 3rd game. It's been good so far, but we're not playing against Bolt decks yet, so ask me once we've played a Bolt deck, I guess. Right. I get to play 2 of these 3. I think with Seal Removal, bouncing a Prized Amalgam's fine. But is it going to win me the game? Probably not, right? But it's probably better than Stee. It's probably not. I'd rather just ramp. Yeah, let's do that. I tried to work out how we actually, like, you know, like bouncing 1 Prize Amalgam is probably not going to stop them from just, like, splatting all over the place. So, yeah. I think just being faster is the best option, if we can be. Did we play a Birds last game? I think we did. No, we didn't. So they might not realise that Dark Blast is good. Well, we have the Spell Pierce again, so I guess we keep again. I might just try and hide it by... I want to go green, blue, and then white. Yeah, okay. So I'm hiding the fact I have Spell Pierce. If I just went out the island, it's just really obvious. And then they definitely play Cathartic Reunion if they have it. The old triple Spell Pierce deck. Freaking love Spell Pierce, man. Like, it's my favourite card. I think it's the most underrated card, but it's started to see play, so I'd rather it just stayed underrated, to be honest, but... we have quite a few nice options here, honestly, like... This one's going to stick, and that's going to sting. Let's see what they manage to pull off. A Thug. So they're going to get a Ghoul... They're going to get a Ghoul, an Imp, and a Narco, so that's kind of pretty powerful. Only pretty powerful, though. Don't have a follow-up. Good. Here comes Prize Amalgam. Here comes that. Let's go get our Sanctifier. I know I know I can go get Cultivator and set up there, but I just think this is safer. We're down to 11, but like they now don't really have much going on. They've got Otherworldly Gaze and that's it. And we can jump, we can block here, for example, and just take 4. I have to have a hell of a card to beat this. Block, take 2. Take 1. Okay. It's going to play creatures out. So we can Tameshi here. And Wargate for Lotus Bloom, then Tameshi. So, yeah. I'd say it's a fairly strong spot to be in. You just need to draw some form of Cultivator to win this game, but with one draw it's not guaranteed, is it? But this was nice, this worked. Teferi, I was going to pass. I don't need to do anything else. Teferi's not really doing it for me here. You know, like sacking this, picking up a land and then sacking it again just puts me too far behind on lands, so you just can't do it. Right, so that's the predicted attack. So that's 3, 4, 5. Just have to do that. Well, we just have to draw well, right? We've got... There is stuff we have to care about, but we have this to cycle, we have this to draw again, and this is a win. So we do lead on the Teferi this time. I'm going to bounce that. Literally just against blue-white control, and that is it. And it's just a different way of trying to beat that deck. I'm not bringing it in against like Grit 6 control or like, it is literally just blue-white. And I haven't played against it since that happened, so a little awkward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, I believe. Oh, the deck just wants to give me 12 mana every time. There we go. Finale X10. Search for a Cultivator. Oh, look. My Sanctifier on Vec is lethal. Oh, beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think it's good enough against the decks that have a clock against you. So against decks like... Maybe you can play it against 4-color Money, but that matchup's pretty good anyway. But I don't think you can play it against decks with Ragavans and Death Shadows and Murktides. It's just going to kill you too fast. So your backup plan of casting a 7/6 isn't... Backup plan of casting a 7/6 isn't that good when they have 1 mana 8/8s or 2 mana 7/7s. You know, like it's just not... It's not a way that you're going to win the matchup. So I only really like it against blue-white control. And even they've started sideboarding Murktides, but I'm sort of... Yeah. By the time they start casting Murktides, they're probably already dead. So. Sanctifying on Vec won with that matchup. The Judge has been getting a bit more popular, so that's sweet. Yeah, I don't think I've lost to it yet. I've had a really good win rate against it. Well, we might be up against it. Essentially, yeah. I mean, they do have draws that can beat us. So, like, I'm not saying that we can't lose to it. We can, but generally speaking, like, their Solitudes, 1 card disadvantage, and my Tameshi's a card advantage. So, generally speaking, we're fairly good at just like overloading all their flashy removal, and we can ignore stuff like Red and 6. Not so much Not so much Teferi. We don't ignore that particularly well. And now that I've added BoP, we're even worse against Red and 6. So they certainly have a bunch of stuff that I care about. But yeah, their Teferi this game's going to hurt us. But I'm going to try and Wargate around that somehow. This is how. I'm going to name Moonfolk. Do nothing, perhaps? Perhaps this is a simple do nothing so that their Teferi doesn't get bounce value. I don't want him to play Bolt on my end step. I want him to tap out for Teferi. And I can untap and kill them potentially. But I mean, that's assuming they don't have any... Oh. So this wilderness check? Yikes. They do have a white land. Man, I hate the look of some of the new art that they've got. Okay, right. We can beat that. We can beat that. They just have to not have Solitude. And we beat them. And they did miss the land drop, which is hugely relevant. Doesn't do anything against Solitude, so that's a slight miss. Right. One Lotus Bloom, please. No force negation. Okay, I didn't like that they tanked. I mean, I don't know, is the honest answer. I don't know exactly what they're doing. I've seen a Growth Spiral and a Teferi, so I'm just trying to piece it together the best I can. How much mana can we make here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is just going to be a value finale that dies to Force of Negation. And when I say dies to Force of Negation, I mean like absolutely farts it. Big time. But this is, you know, the plan here is to turn this one card into 5. Ah, you are kidding. Alright. Alright. Fair enough. You were right to do it. Were you right to do it there and then? I don't know. I probably have to pass 2 turns now. I did feel like they had something, but I felt like it was going to be force, and I was just going to overcommit and die to that. Sort of willingly. Prismatic Ending here. A Spell Pierce is a dead card because it's a fairy. Okay, that's not great. Whatever. Oh, they've hit their 4th land. That's bad news. I would imagine we lose from here. It could very well be 4-color blink. I just didn't know they played Growth Spiral, but I guess they can. I hate calling it 4-color blink because it's not. It's just all the money that they can gather and chucked it into a deck. Like, what blinking do? They have a Yorion. I don't know if they even play Ephemerate anymore. They probably do, but I'm just bitter about it. Like, it's not really what... Or at least in my head, it's not really what Magic should be about. Like, there's no synergy. It's just like, oh, look, the mana's fairly free, so let's just play all our free cards. Let's just play all the best cards in the format. Like, what's the deck building challenge? Like, it's each to their own, right? Like, you know, if that's what they enjoy doing and they want to win more, then that's completely up to them. Like, winning is enjoyable, but for me, it's just like, you know, there's a barrier to entry there, and I don't really like that. Like, I know my deck's got more and more expensive as I've brewed it, but like, I played a league with Ragavan, and I was like, no, Ragavan's too expensive. Let's play BoP, and we try and BoP. Probably won't work, but it's not fine, right? Also, it's really worth noting that we have both our win cons in hand, which is kind of bad and kind of good at the same time. Like, it's weird. I can use one of them to go get Tameshi. I don't currently have a green source. If they're about to put this Spreading Seas on this forest, I'm in a whole lot of pain. Feels like that's what they're doing, but maybe they go for the Cavern. No, even worse. They're just going to splat everywhere and Spreading Seas something really good. Right, F6. Everyone knows I can't do anything. There's a Teferi on the other side of the table. Let's try and save our clock. Yeah, that's good. My forest lives. The forest lives. Postboard. I'm already planning. I like bringing Carnage Tyrant. Who knows? But I'm taking out the spell pierces. Feels like counter spell, doesn't it? Anyway. Anyhow. It's gross, isn't it? I freaking hate Teferi, man. I hate it. And I'm running 4 copies, but like, what is interesting about that card? It's just so, like, yeah. I just don't think, like, if I was to play Hearthstone, I would go play Hearthstone. But I don't want to. Like, I want to play Magic. I want to interact with people. I want to interact with cards. I'm not allowed. Neither is my opponent if I get the Teferi. Yeah, there we go. Pretty close to scooping, but I do have the out of ripping Tameshi and them having absolutely nothing in their 7-card hand. So if we draw it now, let's concede. Let's save everyone's time. There's no point battling there. Right, spell pierce out. I'm going to add a land, and I'm going to add Lavinia. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter it. So that stops Evoke. I might bring in a Titan. I don't know. A Titan for BoP. With Portable Hole literally just tags Red and 6, so I'm not sure that that's even worth having. Let's do this. I said it was a good matchup and we're about to lose it, but I think Birds is worse than Tribe Elder and a Boreal Grazer in this matchup. I think going up to 2 Spell Pierce is bad for this matchup. So I have made my list slightly worse. So, I don't know, like, maybe I want some removal, but it's not instant speed, so it's not great. Like, this is great if I tag the Teferi, but if the Teferi resolves, I'm just so screwed. So let's just ignore it. Let's not try and play their game, let's try and play ours. This is a keep. It's actually a really good hand because they don't have a ton of 1-drops. They've got Prismatic Ending. So yeah, let's just fucking go. Because a turn 2 Teferi, as the old saying goes, is just great. Turn 2 Teferi, tick it up. They can remove a card and use match. Ah, wow. First card down. This is going to be Ren in 6, kill the bird. I'm going to be behind. Don't do it, don't do it. Yeah, it could have been. I mean, they've forced, but... Oh, that's not Ren in 6. But it is a shock, so I guess they're going to kill this with Prismatic Ending. Oh, they didn't. I think they misplayed. Sakura-Tribe Elder. No. Come on, really? Okay. Watch Kaneki play this today, and I'm going to jam some later. Awesome. It's a good decision to jam this deck. It's a very cool deck. And it's fairly competitive, I would say. Like, it's decent. I've not heard of Kaneki, though. I might try and check that out. I'm just like, want to see what's going on. Do you know what? I'm going to run out one of these. One of these. Attack! Oh, Canister played it. Oh, he doesn't let you watch on Twitch unless you're, you can't play it back unless you sub to him. Which to me, like, clever way to try and get my money, but also, like, pretty shitty thing to do. Like, you're trying to make content for people to enjoy. I don't know. I don't like it. It's his life. His stream. He can do what he wants. But I can't watch that. I can't watch that footage. And I'm not giving him money so that, I'm just not giving him money on that basis. Like, why does it need to be like that way? Tameshi. Okay, let's engineer. Let's put Lotus Bloom in the bin and let's go. It's not great timing. Like, if they have endurance. See what I mean? This is like, okay, we've got 0 value out of my 2 Tameshis, but they've removed 2 cards from hand to do all this. So, but now I'm pretty dead to counterspell, and I can't really do anything about that, so I'm just going to have to play this and hope. Yes. Okay. And here, we are going to do nothing. We're going to hold up seal removal and Otawara to protect the Tameshi. So the Tameshi must not die, but they have used a Force and 2 Solitude, so they've lost 3 cards. I'm alright with it. Like, I'm alright with this. This has been quite... This is like the example of how you beat this deck. We could go get a Tri-land, which is another draw. So we're going to draw 3 this turn. Yeah. I'm going to draw a lot more than 3, I would think. But, however, we do need to just be slightly careful, because if that's counterspell over there, then we could like pick up all our lands and then screw ourselves. So I think what I want to do here is just Wargate for Teferi, and if they counter it, just like pass, move on with life again. Like so. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't have done this. I don't know. Let's just play Teferi, tick it up. No, okay. Okay, so what I was going to do was pick up the Lotus Bloom, pick up this, cycle this, draw Finale and kill him. Okay, that was what I was going to do. Click. Like, I didn't even get draw triggers out of the Tameshis that I ran out blind, and I still overpowered their removal because they're losing a card every time. No, they shouldn't have scooped, but I was going to win, so yeah, this is good. I don't really like ditching the land here, because it means I can't cast this. I don't particularly like ditching the birds, because I can't cast anything without it. It's probably Cavern that has to go. This hand is like all in on the birds, and I wouldn't mind that too much on the play, but on the draw when they could have Ren 6, just a bit of a nightmare. If they just have their 2 planeswalkers, if they have Ren 6 for the birds and Teferi for the Lotus Bloom, I'm basically out of this game before it even starts. Because we don't even have turn 2 Lavinia if... Ooh, yes, okay. Right, so they have counterspell. Breeding pool? Okay. Okay. Counterspell number 1. It's running... No, okay. They haven't got running 6. And they either don't have a land or they don't have a Teferi. Ah, they've got Prismatic Ending. I've not drawn my 3rd land. I'm going to lose. I need to find the 3rd land now. Ooh, I could beat Relic. I'm so negative. You could feel it coursing through me. I was just so negative about everything that just happened. I'm going to uptick to Teferi so I have the downtick mode for the Relic. I really could do with drawing a land. So badly. Double Relic. Okay. Well, there's a limit to what I could achieve this turn. Right. I bounce a Relic. They either let it happen or they crack it in response. Do I just play Carnage Tyrant? How do they beat Carnage Tyrant? Have to try and race it, right? I'm going to try and draw a card. And if they crack it in response, they don't. It just seems like the only thing I could do here is just jam a Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, can't be countered. Boo. I have to hope not. I have to hope not. Now they're going to crack this because they have no choice. But I now have no way to combo. I say that, like, this goes gets Wargate. You know, like, Omnath gain life, Solitude gain life. Like, these are ways they could get out of this, but they're not good ways. I just need to swing. They're just playing a big Teferi. Okay. Fury still works. What do I do with Wargate? I don't think I have anything right now that I want. No. I think I just turn off the zeros. Swing, play land. Say go. Yeah, if they have... Oh, I mean, this is such a good sign. They're down to 4. Yeah, Mr. Tyrant. It's drawing disgustingly bad. I was going to fetch, but yeah. Alright, sweet. That was nice. I was so negative all the way through that game. I was like, oh, they're going to have 1-6. Oh, they're going to have Teferi. It's not my tech. Someone on the stream suggested it, and I can't remember who. Someone smarter than me. So I was like playing Mystical Disputes, Veil of Summer, Spell Pierces, all that nonsense to try and beat blue-white control. So I said, well, and it wasn't working, and so I just went, oh, why don't you just play Carnage Tyrant? I was like, why don't I do that? And it's a one-off, but you've got 4 Eladamri's Calls, 4 Wargates, 2 Finales. Young Dingo? I faced this guy very recently. I need a heads up. Anyway, Boas mid-range. Well, I'm not keeping a 0 lander. They are playing this pile of cards. which I have beaten before. Oh, yuck, 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 yuck. I'm going to lose this game. So what? Let me just check this pile of cards again. Click. Does Spell Pierce do anything? Not really, no. I'm going to tuck it. And I'm going to tuck a land, obviously. Well, let's draw like a god and kill him on turn 4. But also, let's just... I need to keep that list open so badly. They have Magus of the Moon. Oh, come on. Stop switching decks. So they're playing Hammer Time. Are they? Alright. Alright. Let's see what's going on. Howard Beats for some reason is like a constant. Snow covered play. I hate these lands. I hate all the art that this guy's using. I'm sure he thinks it's beautiful, but I do actually like the Stoneforge Mystic. It's not the best Stoneforge Mystic, but it might be the best on Mono. It is a beautiful thing. Which is the one I really liked? I don't know. Some of these are altered, so that doesn't make any sense. Maybe that is the best one. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'll give him it. What did they just fetch? A hammer. Okay. Well, I can't really... Right, okay. All-purpose pass. What is that? Where do you have to pay like a subscription? I hate these planes. They're so hard to see. Like the swamp looks like a mountain. The mountain looks like a swamp. I mean, okay, plains looks like a plains, but like that doesn't look like Secret and Coast at all. It's... I haven't seen this all-purpose MTG all-purpose pass. Is it just Arena though? I mean, I'm like just doing absolutely nothing. You get it through the store, and like, is it $25 a month, or is it just like, that can't be forever, right? Why can't I see it? Maybe it's because I'm in the UK. But that seems weird. Okay, I mean, it's not a bad deal. Yeah, it gets people playing, so that's cool. I would have liked double white. There's a world where you need to Wargate, and then... Yeah. I need to draw Tameshi into threat. Wow. I'm going to play my bird as a blocker. So this guy has Hammer and Shadow Spear, but no way to do anything with them at the minute. And he's got 4 mana. Is he trying to get to 10? 8? Yeah, this is a decent matchup. I think most fast decks in general were decent against, because the difference between this, like, so let's like use Amulet as an example, right? Amulet, to have like a turn 3 or 4 kill, they might have to go turn 1 Amulet, or turn 1 Saga, turn 2 Explore, turn 3 whatever, and then turn 4 they kill you with a Titan, right? But with us, we need to do Suspend Bloom, and we get our mana open for the first 3 turns before we kill them on 4. So what it means is we can actually interact in those first 3 turns, whereas the Amulet deck, if they're interacting with us, they're not developing their game plan, and vice versa. So we could just obviously we have to draw the interaction, but our game plan, just the way to develop our game plan is make your land drops. So that's like gives you a way to, you're not slowed down by trying to interact with the opponent, and that's why we have a fairly good matchup against all the linear stuff. And the reason that we have a decent matchup against the more controlling decks in the format is because why they're not attacking for 2. I just don't understand what's going on over there. But it's because we can fight through hate. I'm going to fire off a Cultivator Colossus because I have a seal of removal that can pick it back up. And they won't have a lot of graveyard hate. And it's worked out okay, hasn't it? I believe. This spell piece is totally blank. What are they putting into play? Ooh, yikes. Oh. Yeah, the Ornithopter's going to kill my bird. Or is it? Am I going to bounce it in response? I just block with the bird, right? I don't know. I can't then bounce it the turn after. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The issue here is, like, if I block... No, I'm going to bounce it. Thing is, if I bounce this, I can't cast it because the bird will die. And if I bounce this, I can't recast this because this is gone. I think I'm going to bounce it. Yeah, I'm going to just bounce it. If they go like... So now they can just replay it, and then next turn I could jump with the bird. So I get a couple of turns out of this. Oh, so they have 2 Ornithopters. That's a different art. Okay. Start swinging, I guess. Yikes. Not drawn particularly well this game, it has to be said. I've had 0 tutors. 0 Tameshis. So, like, as bad as you can get. They have income off now. The Shadow Spear on the Ornithopter means that bird's going to die either way. Like, they're going to draw a card either way here. This is not a good spot at all. If I don't block, they shock the bird. If I do block, it only soaks up 1 and then they shock me. So I actually gain life by not blocking. And then they draw a card. I can't race that though. Like, I can't just race it with a Cultivator anymore. They should be attacking with the Stoneforge and the Memnite. Like, they're the aggro deck. We know they have another Ornithopter in hand as well. You idiot. Got him. How pikey. I didn't think this card was ever going to have any text. So they have Colossus Hammer Ornithopter, I believe. Could be wrong. We win. Sweet. Actually, no. I've jumped the gun here. We get a draw step. Whoa, wow, I nearly clicked that. We get to draw off the Lotus Bloom, so if we find another tutor here, then we're pretty close to winning. Oh, that's a really good draw. But I don't know what I'm meant to do. I think I just pick up 1. I think I'd pick up 2 lands here. I've kind of screwed this up, I think. I should have played a forest for the turn. Because now I have to sack this to play Boseiju. With the plan here being... Oh, wait. Oh, no. No, ignore me. If I Boseiju... Essentially, I'm only going to Boseiju if they, like, represent lethal. And if they don't, I just don't. Primordial Paladin. Primordial Paladin's fine because I could just seal it. I really do want to sandbag this Boseiju. So it means taking 5 in the air, go to 9, they draw a card, which isn't good, but like, if we're not dead, we don't care. But yeah, I did misplay this turn. I could have had an extra land in play. Right, they do that. Whenever an equipment enters the battlefield, well, it's not going to enter. I'm going to bounce. So they can... Could you have bounced Cultivator and gone off there? Ah, I could have. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, so now I want to use my Boseiju and not my seal. That's like half the reason the seal was in here. What am I doing? Oh no, I can Tameshi back. Right, I bounce this. No. They can recast Pure Steel Paladin. And then still equip. So I have to Boseiju. But I could Boseiju the Ornithopter, right? Let's see where that goes. Yeah, well, picked that out nicely. That was right there in front of me, wasn't it? Let's hope they have no response to this, because if they do, he's dead. It has pot blue. It has pot blue with the Sword of Fire. So I couldn't. I had to Boseiju. And I want to keep the bounce for this, really, but I guess we can make mana and not really worry. Oh, man. If we lose this because I didn't spot that line, I'll be really annoyed, but, like, kudos on picking it out. Tis one big fat paladin. I mean, like, they have one card in hand. Nope, they do not have a card. Lion Sash would be an issue, but it's not because they can't cast it. They just went for another hammer. And they draw another card, that's fine. Yeah, we're good here still. Thank God. We can make 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 mana. The human mind. What a mess. At least some of our human minds are quite the mess. Anyway, we'll find a way to move this out of the way, probably with a portable hole. And I guess we just leave a land in play here. And I also guess we fetch an Otawara. Seems pretty solid. But yeah, good spot with this. Seal just loops Cultivator, right? Yeah, that's right, yeah. That's actually infinite, isn't it? Like semi-infinite, like how many lands do you have in your deck? Kind of infinite. That's kind of crazy. I haven't even seen that. I feel a bit stupid. But not for the first or the last time. Bang, 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 bang. Don't need both of these, so I'm going to just legend rule one. Oh, I'm out. Well, I'm not out of cultivators because I've got this seal loop. But anyway, let's draw our deck and then finale them. and probably fairly quickly, right? Because yeah, clock matters, and it's only game 1, and I'm well behind at the minute. So I'm going to portable hole this when I find it, so I don't have to worry about that too much. I want to play a bird, I want to play a Teferi, and I want to play a Cultivator. Dead jaws all round. Just whatever, bird. Okay. I have 1 basic left, so let's go get it. And this is going to take a while to kill him. Is there anything worth getting here? Skyclave, that's worth getting. Yeah, I like that. So that tags the Pure Steel Paladin. And then now we just gotta find the last finale, which shouldn't take too long, right? Bounce that. I have never seen this loop before. I love it. And it's actually coming useful as well, which I also love. So let's make our mana, let's draw some more cards. GG's indeed. Made to work for it a little bit. Unfortunately, this might be my last game tonight, and we're at a good old 3-0 and 1 up. Anyway, there is only 1 finale left in the deck, so I guess we just go all the way with this. We do have Otawara as well, actually, so... I'm not sure it's busted, but it's pretty useful. Right, is it the last card in my deck? Oh, okay, good. I'm going to draw an extra card off my Teferi, so let's stop soon. No blockers for you, sir. Wow, I'm getting some serious lag. I might have to just like make my computer die. I know, right? Worst man alive. Girlfriend just has to watch some TV, but I guess I can watch TV later. Let's go, boys and girls. Bird. Hasty birds. I can tap them for mana and everything. 114 damage. Turn 8. Not bad. Right. 1 seal. 2 prismatic endings. No spell pierce. Ghost Quarter for Cavern. Meddling Mage for the thing. Weirdly, I think Seal of Removal's not so hot, but I'll probably keep it and cut a Call and a Tribe Elder. Yeah. Sweet. I really enjoyed that win because Twitch chat got me it. Sometimes oh, wait a sec. Let's try to do this. Let's just crash this quickly. And then let's load it back up once it's... yeah, so I am going to game 2 with a reset. So all the searching and all the draws and all the triggers, like, makes Magic go, ugh. This has been a really good league. I've really enjoyed it. Come on, Mado, catch up. This is all going against my clock. This isn't great. It's a keep, but just... Like, BoP is so good here, like, where Ragavan wouldn't be, because we would just get chumped. But I guess, you know, the two cards are hugely different, so, you know... Let's save some life. This might just turn into a 10-3 kill. I think I meant to... ignore what they're doing and play a Wargate for 0 and hope that I live. But then I have to have Sigarda's Eye double hammer to kill me next turn. I just take that risk, especially when they're going and searching up Paradise Mantles. I mean, that's a pretty good draw as well, isn't it? But we're just ignoring it all. It's not necessarily a win because we're low on lands here. We're giving them a draw. But it's just like a risk that you just have to take. Go. I just need my triggers to just draw cards. Draw lands, sorry. Here we go. Stage 1. Not a double hammer. Not double hammer. Not a hammer. Not a hammer. I think we just won. But it's not deterministic by any stretch at all. But we can... No, we can't. Lion Sash. Okay, well, I can Meddling Mage that, but it doesn't matter because I can flash it in with Stoneforge. Why are they not trying to kill me is just the strangest lines, but land. Okay, if I just have to lead on this. Let's see if we draw land first. That's the first part of this. I don't think I can go for it. I mean, Cultivator would just draw me 2 here. What can I make? 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Enough for Teferi plus Cultivator. I think we just go. I think we give it a go. Just to draw 2. And then we can just take it from there. Because if the Cultivator draws me like 2 more lands, there's a chance we can win. So let's just jam it on 2 lands. 3 lands? No, okay, I think we probably stop here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 mana. Okay. I'm going to do one more value Cultivator. Which is kind of mad, but they're not killing me, so I think it's the right thing to do. I'm not sure. Oh, this is going to leave the Bloom in the bin. I don't think so, because they have Lion Sash in hand and not a threat. But this could be really risky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This could be really bad. I think I might have screwed up. I kind of committed to it. I'm going to need to draw one of my 2 Wargates fairly quickly. Whoops. And they get to draw a card. I have screwed the pooch a little on this one. Not going to lie. This isn't great. But it's just value, right? So if we don't die, a really good chance of... Well, no, the Lotus Bloom's going to disappear, isn't it? So that's the issue here. Oh, I've got to discard a card? Okay, bye, bud. So... Yeah, this is a little bit awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can Lion Sash with a mana up. They can Lion Sash with 2 mana up. And that is enough to, like, stop me, basically. Also... What? Does this still have this text? Does it have the text of eat a card? If it's an equipment? I don't know how that works, but does that work? Is that a creature text or is it both? I guess that feels like both. They took the Lotus Bloom, obviously. But we're not dying, so... Oh, we've got another Lotus Bloom on suspend. Okay, well... I just rip my way out of it like a legend. So, question. If I attack this, yeah, that's going to just kill them. They could draw a card. So we eat that, and now they don't have... Oh, the Lion Sash does do its thing still? Okay. But that shouldn't matter. Play Seal. Destroy Lion Sash. I should have just targeted Lion Sash with the Prismatic Ending, but... So now they eat the Lion Sash, probably. The Seal Cleansing, probably. Yeah. Yeah, so I should have just... Yeah. I screwed that up, but... Not a problem. One new Lotus Bloom, please. 1 second, guys. Did you not get my message? Right, let's kill him. I'm not going to tap the bird. I'm a little bit low on cultivators, so I might need the attacking prowess. Probably not, right? We're probably pretty fine. In fact, we are definitely okay here. We've got so much mana. Anyway, we don't need to tap the bird for mana because we have that much mana, so... The Wargate rip was pretty nuts. God, we've only got 7 minutes left on clock. That's a nightmare. Let's do this. Cultivator. Go. Right. Biggest finale we can do as quick as we can. In fact, this reads X10's enough now, doesn't it? Because we've got 2 flying threats. So we'll just confirm that I haven't screwed that up. If I just do finale X10, we win. Oh, we definitely win. Like, we have... Yeah, I'm just being panicky for no reason here. We have Finale that could pick up a Cultivator out of the bin. Like, it's super lethal. Let's just bounce that one out. Cultivator X Infinite. Done. 1 cultivator, please. It's just, you forget how much damage this deck could do. You know, like, these are all worth 2 damage. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 on top of this, like, 50. We're definitely doing 60 damage there. And I'm there, like, going, oh, shit. I might need the birds. No, swinging for 60. They have 4 on defense. Sweet. I think I tried to punt both of those games. Right, we are going to go for the 5-0. We're going to try it on stream. I think the matchups where Bird is bad, which is like Murktide, haven't shown their ugly face yet, so the Bird does look good at the minute. The Spell Pierce was absolutely nuts against Dredge. Pretty dreadful against Hammer Time and Focal and Money. What else did we play? I can't remember. I can't remember what else we played. Do you know what? It just feels good to register BoP. Also feels pretty good to swing for 20 in the air with BoP. But I was a big BoP player in the past, and it just got so, like, squeezed out of the format. It just got, like, completely unplayable because of all the bolts and unholy heats. But this is a deck that wants its stuff to get bolted and unholy heated so that Tameshi resolves. So maybe it has just found a home in by virtue of, like, not being a disaster when it gets killed. Right. Lawrence, good luck, friend. Turn 4 kill, and if I draw a good land, maybe better. I need to lead on the plains because if I was to draw a green source next turn, I don't have to play this Cavern on Snake. And that's how we could potentially win on 3. Unlikely. Extremely unlikely. Here comes a Ragavan or a DRC. Feels like they have the choice. There you go. Okay. Snake. Well, no. That's not what I tried to click at all. Right. I'll try and play quicker because I've been pretty slow because of the stream and stuff. Although I think I'm beating Jarvis use time by about 2 hours, so that's a bonus. I'm obviously exaggerating, but weirdly not exaggerating that much. So I'm going to chump this Ragavan and go get an island, and then I'm going to Teferi bounce something if it lets me, if they don't have Spell Pierce. I want to draw Breeding Pool. Yeah, this is Murktide. This is the tough matchup. Yeah, that sucks, basically. If I had drawn Breeding Pool there, I could have Spell Pierced the Spell Pierce and bounced the Ragavan, and that would have given me a chance to win this game. Now, I think my mana is just a little bit too shaky to pull it off. This Ragavan's just gonna like hit like a truck now. And they're looking to just make this DRC a bit bigger, which they failed to do. But yeah, we were in pretty terrible shape. It is because of the mana. If this was just basic forest, would have won this game, I think. The Cultivator Colossus is hanging out over there. That's actually pretty fine. Also, this is a reason to not run just 1 or 2 copies of Cultivator. We've actually needed all of them quite often. Okay. No, actually, let's just run out the thing that we can't afford to let die. So I'll only play. I think I concede here. Do I concede here? I concede here, fuck it. Right. Not to worry. We bring in our removal, we take out our counter spells, because never good when you're behind. And we cut some birds. So then, I think we cut another bird for another Sanctifier, and we might want this Carnage Tyrant, but I don't think so. Pretty sure we don't. I think we'll just add a land over a bird. That seems fine. We have 1 seal of removal that can deal with Murktide. Briefly deal with it. Okay, well, I did say as well that this is the matchup where Bird sucks, and up until this point, Birds looks really good, but did we have Bird in that game? No. We had Snake. The Cavern of Souls screwed us pretty hard. It'll be fairly... I know. I think it's fairly realistic to beat them game 2 on the play without the birds. I'm just a little worried about on the draw. Like, when we were registering Grazers, like, they block. And birds do not block. So, yeah. Monthly announcement day on Magic. I don't know who's watching that or what the announcements are, but it's like 4,500 people watching. So if I could get 1% of their viewers, I'd be doing all right. But unlikely, right? Because Modern's not the most popular, and I'm playing in the UK time zones and blah 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 blah. Anyway, what am I doing? Well, I'm waiting for them. I have this right. I'm pretty sure I don't need any of this rubbish. Showing Commander Legends 2 cards today. What? Okay. Yeah. I didn't know many of those words. Commander Legends NTG. What does that mean? Is it just like a booster box style thing? Magic going, so they have like battle decks and stuff. Okay. Okay, yeah, we want to play first. Yeah. It's fucking Cavern of Souls. It's a keep. It is a keep. And weirdly, this wizard lines up with our Tameshi wizard for Cavern. Yeah, it's a fairly common feeling for me, unfortunately. I'm very much like one format, one deck sort of guy. I'm definitely not one deck kind of guy. I played Enigmatic and Carnation earlier, but it was mostly just to play Tameshi in another deck. I'm not going to play this because it's going to fuck with my mana. I don't play Commander. I didn't really enjoy it. Like, as a casual format, you kind of have to, I don't know, you either play like overpowered, really expensive stuff, or like someone in your group makes a deck that's just slightly more powerful than everyone else's, and you just kind of like, it's a very hard format to like regulate yourselves as a group. Because people want to improve their decks, but then if they do and it becomes too one-sided, it just kind of sucks. Yeah, okay, I just wanted to check something. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a big Commander fan. Like it should be cheap and fun and I know I say that about most formats, but like when you sign up to Modern, you know it's gonna be expensive. With Commander, it's meant to be a sociable thing. Yeah, I'm kind of like you. Like I had fun for like a week. I don't know. I had fun for a while. Like I was playing with like my best mates. It was good fun, but like one guy just ended up like, and whether he used the internet or just brewed really well, but he did stumble on something that was really good for the way that we were playing, and we just couldn't beat him. Like he would be playing 2v3, like 2v1 quite often, and yeah. Okay, well I can ignore that. That's good. I need lands. I think you know, 1v1 competitive EDH is it's all fine, like, but it's not what the format was designed for originally. It was designed to be fun and like a group thing, and I find that, I don't know. You find a lot of it is like sat around waiting for others to take turns, especially if your deck isn't just quite up to scratch. That's the issue. And so what ends up happening is everyone converges onto these best decks, and then yeah, it's a little bit of an issue. They're almost definitely countering this Lotus Bloom because I've missed the land drop, and that's so now it's like, oh. Okay, so play a wizard. Maybe if I've kind of misplayed here. I should have cracked this. I think I should have cracked this so I could pick it up and replay the land and maybe add two different colours, like green and white, for example. You have to assume this is going to die, but then I have to. Oh wow, what's going on? What do they have over there? And like, what can I do? I think I just have to pass again, right? But like, I just don't get what they're doing. Like, they miss a land drop. They didn't play counterspell. They didn't play an Unholy Heat. Their hand is Murktides, Archmage's Charm, Blood Moon, Ragavan. Is that what's going on over there? I just don't. Oh, I pulled my headset out earlier. Can you still hear me? Oh yeah, no, good. Good. What's going on? Okay, well, I get another Lotus Bloom. Like, it's like the Magic Gods are just trying to force me to combo off with no lands. Yeah, that was always a risk. Green, white. Right, okay, let's work this out. If I go green, white, blue, I would have 6, 7, 8 mana. I could 8 mana, Wargate for 1, get a Portable Hold, take the dress down, and then I could, with my 4 mana, add 1, 2, 3, 4 more, go to 8. I think it's worth doing for like, I would get a draw off of this and 2 off of this. I think it's worth having a go. I just checked I have the Portable Hold. I do. I think I just went to jam here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Portable Hold. Take your dress down. Back to Papa. Right, that is fairly good draw, if I'm honest. Wargate, 1, 2, 3. Go fetch a land. I'm going to go get a basic plains. Going to add green. Going to add white. Play Cultivator. That helps. That doesn't. That helps-ish. That's great. We've got there. We've won. Sweet. We won. Wow. Overkill. That felt a bit risky. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit on the risky side. But yeah, we could just use the 2 proc red guys to get through. So we don't need a ton of mana. Right. I have to say, I love Burrenton Forge-Tender in this list. It's so strong. Okay. Overkill. I really shouldn't have shown them all those cards, but like, don't you want to just absolutely destroy the Murktide deck? I do. Boom. Die. No more lands. Splat. Sweet. Right. Okay. It was splendid. That was some hard work. I wasn't really sure if I should have been going for it, but as soon as the Tameshi drew a Wargate, which was an extra land, it was like, okay, we've got it. Can I run this with like only 7 cards that stop a turn, 2 Ragavan? Only 5 cards that stop a turn, 1 Ragavan. 6 cards. Or do I just have to run BoP? Postboard. Vote now. Goes quarter on Eladamri's call for 2 BoPs. Or just run it without. Burrenton Forge-Tender, Portable Hole Seal, 2 Prismatic Endings. Oh, I'm just going to run it. There's a half chance they bought it out. So Ragavans, because Burrenton Forge-Tender was a beating and they saw 2 copies. And I guess I mulligan. It's such a small sample size, but I've liked it. But I have had to just board out 4 BoPs against a deck that can kill me on like turn 4. They've moved to 5. Fantastic news. I wasn't paying attention to that. But like, okay, so BoP was really good against Hammer Time, where Ragavan had been fairly bad. Grazer is certainly better against Ragavan. I've made my deck weaker against Ragavan. I'm probably weaker against Control. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I'm 4-0 and I'm playing a Decider against double DRC. So like, I'm doing something right. do something right. We could say that with some confidence. Anyway, they have 2 cards in hand, 3, but it means we really do have a chance to win this. If they hit like a god and like, okay, they flip a sorcery, flip a creature, this does 3, I'd be a bit nervous. But no, if it just deals 1... oh, there's Ragavan. Okay, well, we have the... the snake's even better. Let's have the snake. I like the snake because I am now immune to Blood Moon. I do like the snake. It has been reasonable. It's been very reasonable. Full immunity. The snake has been solid. I think you can make an argument for just like trading with the Ragavan even. What's that do? I think we just play it. I think I want to play it. Bounce this. I don't actually know if I'm meant to bounce anything there. I think I want to play the Engineer, ditch a portable hole. Maybe just uptick. If this goes up to 3, if they kill this and this goes up to 3 and they kill the Teferi, how sad am I? Quite, I think is the answer. I'm going to draw a card. Oh, 1 shot, it's not legendary. That's a shame. But we have... we force them to try and answer this Teferi, which basically just means answer the Engineer. But if they do... it's whether they can answer it and hold up a counterspell for my Tameshi. But I'm going to be jamming it next turn. Maybe I should have upticked. I really don't know. It just felt too likely that he could just play Bolt on the Engineer. DRC would have flipped over, you know, a creature or an artifact, and then they could have killed Teferi, and I wouldn't be too much better off. I'm chumping. I have no reason to give him a treasure, no reason to give him a free card off the top, so I am trading. Because I would like to keep this Teferi, but I mean, if they tap low, it doesn't really matter. I could just jam here and get a free... I could get a free portable hole. So they kill the Teferi, but they're tapped out. So I'm okay with that as well. I think I can... oh, I can win. Sweet, I think we just went 5-0. Sit up in your chair. We have the 5-0. Unless they have... I don't know what they could even have. They've just passed all the way through. 5-0, baby. Let's throw that out. Throw that out. Let's get some clicking done. Thank you. Felt nice. Felt nice. Did we play any hard matchups though? We didn't play blue-white. We played this matchup. Played money. Money feels good though, generally. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. This felt good. Beat Hammer Time. We beat some good decks. And we streamed it, so it's even better ever. I have Otawara, so let's leave this dude in play. Since it's Otawara's an extra cultivator if we need it to be, and so is Wargate, so is Finale. Finale's lethal. Done. Right. Let's get this nailed. I really do like wargating for lands. It's like a hobby. It just gives like extra value later on if you needed it. We don't need it, but yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm picking up a portable hull to show our dominance. They did mull to 5, so like, you know, we got our luck when we needed it. Could have played Skyclave, would have been better. It would have been mana efficient, and it would be an extra attacking creature, but it doesn't matter. Damage! Kill him! I mean, this was just a whole flex at the end. It's just so unnecessary, but... Yeah, boy! Eat it! So, let's recap very quickly, because I have to go. But, the recap, and I realised that using paint to screenshot is kind of offensive, but that's what we're doing. Recap, we beat Dredge. We beat Dredge, we beat Murktide, we beat Focal and Money, we beat Hammer Time, and we beat something else. I think this guy is something else. That was Hammer Time. Round 4 was Hammer Time. I have to say, he played it very weird. Ah, Mono Black Control. So let's just write that down. Quick 5-0. Oh, I hope my list gets posted and not Jarvis Hughes, because I'm selfish that way. Hammer Time, 4 Colour Money, Mono Black Control, Dredge, Murktide. Beaten. Defeated. Let's go with defeated. That sounds more manly. Let's do it. Sweet. Right. Well, I mean, Seal Removal was good. Birds was good in the matchups where it was good, and dreadful when I bodied it out. Spell Pierce was fine, main deck. Steve did something in that last match. I don't know. Sanctifier on Vec won me a game. Carnage Tyrant won me a game, finally. Everything was fairly good. Fairly good. It's pretty hard to give feedback when you're 5-0. I'm sure there's work to be done still. I kind of feel like I should have, you know, like I could maybe go Spell Pierce over here, goes Quota over here, but just the turn one Spell Pierces are so brutal against so many decks. You know, like I beat Dredge on the back of Spell Pierce. We beat, it even had text against Hammer Time, but mostly because they played wrong. But we beat Hammer Times, Cigar-Azated with a Spell Pierce, and then bodied it out in this game too. I bodied it out against Focal Money because it wasn't very good there. Mono Black Control, I probably bodied it out there as well, but I'm sure I did something with it, like targeted a Thoughtseize. So yeah, we beat Dredge with it. Yeah, I think you're going to have to keep testing Silence yourself, because I actually think Spell Pierce is better, because it beats Dredge, amongst other things. I'm really just not sold on Silence at all. It's just not my... I don't know, not my cup of tea. I guess it's kind of good against removal. Like, you could just play Silence and then play Tameshi. But the issue I have with that is that it adds an extra card to your combo, and it's a card, like Silence is a card I don't want against Thoughtseize decks. But it's a card you would bring in because you want to play around Fatal Push. I don't know. I'd rather just jam Teferi as a bigger brother of Silence. That's just a better card. I could see this cut for Ghost Quarter, but then I don't know. Pretty solid list, I think. Anyway, I wonder if there's 20 cards different. They definitely didn't run these 9. So I have 9 main deck cards different off the bat. They didn't have that main deck. They didn't have that or that. But I know what this 20 cards different is. I don't know if it's 20... I know if it's 20 main deck cards or 20 across the 75. But I know that he wasn't running like half of this sideboard. He didn't run that, 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 didn't run that. So there's 20 cards that I know that are different. But I think he had 3 Spell Pierce in the side, or 2 Spell Pierce in the side. And I have mine in the main, so I bet that counts. I bet both lists don't get posted. That's a shame. Anyway, loved it. 5-0'd. Good times. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to get off, and I'll see you all soon. All right, take care. Bye.